Hey everybody, I'm Patrick, and this is Rocky Mountain Style. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. Today we're talking about the Parkhurst Elmwood Chelsea boot. I picked these up on a Black Friday sale. They were also factory seconds. I was able to stack those discounts, so I got these, which were a $398 retail, for a little more than half of that, something like $230 or $240, I think, something like that. So really screaming deal. I've only worn them a few times so far, so the video today is going to be more of my quick initial impressions after a few wears and after looking them over as a factory second, and then there will be the unboxing video as well tacked on to the end here. So if you're interested to hear a little bit about these, maybe what made them factory seconds, maybe Parkhurst's view on factory seconds straight from the source, and to see the unboxing, please stick around. Thanks. Okay, like I mentioned, factory seconds here, and the reason they were factory seconds, as stated on the website, was due to inconsistency in the color of the leather. So upon opening them up, you could tell there was a little bit of splotchiness where it looked like maybe the tanning or the dye or whatever they do to treat the leather to make it this nice mahogany color didn't quite permeate to the same level all the way through. So there was a slight bit of variation you could see in spots. However, you could really only see it when looking at it in person, and even in photos, especially, or looking from a distance, even looking down as I'm walking myself, you couldn't really see it. And if I had to guess, I would also think that some of the graining, I don't want to call it looseness, but the leather just wasn't quite as smooth as Andrew probably wanted. So I think that probably also played into making these B grades. However, absolutely nothing wrong with them structurally. They're fantastic boots. It's like the thumbnail said, the best Chelsea I've ever worn. I'm not a huge Chelsea guy, so I haven't worn a ton, so I can confidently say these are the best and my favorite Chelseas I've ever worn. I've worn them a few times. They're extremely comfortable. The 602M Last is really awesome. I know I just did a Caswell video talking about the Harris Last and how much I like it. The 602M is right up there with that Caswell Harris Last, and if it's not as good, it's maybe 1% worse, something like that. It really is a special last. I have a Parkhurst Niagara in a light brown waxy commander that also uses the 602M. That was my first Parkhurst boot ever, and this will be my second. So both of them on the 602M, love them both. My sizing for this is consistent with pretty much every other high quality boot footwear I own, and that's to say 10D. I have 10D in both of my Parkhurst 602M boots. I have 10D in all my Grant Stone products, 10D in Caswell, 10D in Red Wing, 10D in Thursday Captain. I do go up to 10.5D for the Thursday Diplomat and 10.5D in the Taylor Stitch Trench Boot, but generally speaking, 10D is what I wear, and that's no different in these boots. So my advice would be take whatever your regular size is that you wear in most boots. A little bit more about these. It's amazing that there's no heel slip. They go on fairly easily. They're not really too tight anywhere, but as you walk, the boot just sticks with you. And I think that's always what turned me off about Chelsea's in general, was the not knowing if the heel slip would go away once you break the boot in. And thinking, all right, I have to commit to walking around in these boots, not being able to return them. And if they don't end up being the right size, or if the heel slip bugs me too much, then I'm just not going to end up wearing them. So I took a gamble on these, and it fully paid off, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, fantastic boots. I think, if there were no issues, $398 at full price, totally reasonable for a boot of this quality level. But if you can snag them on a factory second sale, then definitely do that as well, because really happy with the deal I got on these. So we're going to go into the unboxing portion. If you have any questions, please let me know below. And I will be doing a longer term review of these after a few more months when I get them fully worn, fully broken in, and have a little bit more to say about them. So thanks a lot for watching today, and enjoy the unboxing if that's your thing. Thanks. Okay, welcome to the unboxing portion. Appreciate you watching or not watching if you skipped forward the front part. So we're unboxing the Elmwood, and of course this is happening before me videoing the front part. Thank you for your support. Enjoy and wear well. Very cool, Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. Andrew's a cool guy, always willing to chat. So these, I'm sure I've already talked about it in the beginning part, but these are B grades, and they were B grades because I believe the website said they were a slightly lighter shade than was expected. Or maybe there was some lighter shading. Yes, maybe that's it there. Cool. All right. I do like the color. It's pretty. Yeah, there's some, yeah, you can see there's some slight discolorations, but I think that's okay. A nice coat of Venetian shoe cream should probably fix that right up. So there's, I guess, Parkhurst's version of the studded rubber sole. I like this part here. Get a little extra traction there. You know, a little Parkhurst branding right there would be cool. Maybe in the future. Maybe that's already in the works. Goring feels very substantial. More substantial than most gorings I've seen. Yeah. Boot smells great. Smells like really nice leather. So I'm looking at the stitching here, of course. Okay, there's where the join is. Seen better, I've seen worse, but that's it's about standard, I'd say. All right, all the stitching looks good. Welting looks good. Yeah, I think it's a good looking boot. And the thing about B grades, guys, it's always a gamble, right? So you have to be willing to accept some things. So you know you're not going to get a pristine boot, but for the value that you get, so I was able to get these and stack an extra % from the Black Friday sale on there. I just am absolutely thrilled with the deal on these. So let's check out the right boot. See what it looks like. Okay, so yeah, this one's got some more visible sort of striations going straight through there with the leather. Where yeah, the leather had some I don't know, looseness, or if the leather had some sort of a crease during the manufacturing process. But again, you know, these I'm not going to be wearing these with a suit or anything, so I'm okay. It just adds kind of a little ruggedness. And again, you know, echoing the sentiment that I just said, if you're going to get B grades, you have to be willing to accept some of these types of things and know what you're getting into. So if it's a boot you've been wanting for a really long time, or something like that, where you just, you know, it's your grail boot or whatever, you know, don't buy a B grade of it. That's my advice. Yeah, stitching looks really good on this one. Yeah, I don't see any other issues. Yeah, the stitching on the bottom looks really nice. Good and uniform throughout. Yeah. I guess look close up. I do like this, the combination of this color that the edge is stained with this mahogany. I think it looks really nice. Yeah, that Elmwood, that's a really pretty boot. Cool. All right. Well, thanks if you went all the way through from the intro and the impressions back to this unboxing at the back of the video. Really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, you guys.